Hi, I'm Tim Stickrad. I'm one of the partners here at HS&A. First of all, I'd like to thank you for hiring us to take care of this business for you. We want to do our best here to make sure that this process goes as smoothly as possible for you. So I really appreciate your putting your trust in us. I am the attorney who handles the Chapter 7 cases primarily, so I will be working with you. In fact, you will be working with me as your attorney and then one of my case managers as the case manager. So usually it's you and two of us working on each case. Okay, so I wanted to go over kind of what's going to happen throughout this process, and I will be following up by scheduling an onboarding Zoom meeting with you if that hasn't already been done. It probably has if you're seeing this video though. First thing I want to talk about is the timeline in these cases. Typically a Chapter 7 gets filed, then the process following that goes anywhere from 4 to 8 months depending on the complexity and some other factors. We file the case about 30 days after we file. There's a hearing scheduled. You will get a video and a phone call regarding that hearing in due time. The hearings typically take 5 minutes. Again, you'll get a video kind of laying out what happens there and then a follow-up call from me going over that specifically, depending on who our trustee is for that. But the hearing's about 30 days down the road. Then typically it's another 2 months after that before we get our discharge order. Now that's the order of the court that says that your debts have been wiped out, all right? The case doesn't necessarily end that day, so don't think that it does though. It's sometimes another month before the case closes. It could be longer than that for other reasons. Nothing to worry about, not a big deal, but the case doesn't always end right after the discharge. So for more detail on that, you'd have to talk to me once we get our discharge. I can kind of go through that with you on a case-by-case basis because it does vary from case to case. But once the case is filed, that's really important because that stops everything from going forward. Like that stops all the creditor phone calls and the collection actions, okay? There's a stay that goes into place, meaning that the creditors no longer have the collection rights they once did once your bankruptcy is filed. So it's a very important time, which means it's important that we get the documents and everything necessary together quickly so that we can file your case quickly. So once you've hired us now, one of my case managers has reached out to you most likely. She's given you a list of documents and things we need to proceed. Please, if you haven't already, get those over to her as soon as possible so that we can get your case filed. And if your case is already filed, then great, congratulations. I want to talk about expectations. There are some things that I expect you to do and some things that you should expect us to do. We'll start with us. First thing first, we want to get your case filed as quickly as possible. Now to do that, again, I need the documents and the information from you, so please hurry with that if you can. But I will get once I have all that, I will get your case prepared as quickly as I can, get the case filed. If you have a garnishment, that's going to be our first job once we get the case filed, is to stop that garnishment. Now this is very important. Garnishments don't stop necessarily overnight. It usually takes anywhere from 10 days to a month to get a garnishment stopped once your case is filed. So again, it's important and imperative really that we get the stuff together to get your case filed so we can stop the garnishment. However, once your case has been filed, if you're still being garnished, any money that the creditor has taken after the filing date will come back. And if you're on a payment plan with us, we'll just apply it to our fees. If not, we'll just return it to you. Okay? So we want to get your case filed as quickly as possible. We want to get your debts discharged. That's on us. It's on us to navigate the process for you to answer any questions you have. All right, and you should reach out to us when you have questions. I don't want you worrying or sweating. I don't care if you ask the same question 4 times. If you need to, get those answers. Get it from me, get it from my case managers, get it from Tony, get it from someone here. Don't be bashful. Don't hesitate to call. All right. And then once we get the discharge, the next thing that we want to do for you is provide you with a path to good credit and financial freedom. So that's the final thing that we're going to do for you, all right? Now, in order to do that, there's some responsibilities you have. Keep in mind, this is your case. It's not my case. It's not my staff's case. It's your case. So these are going to be responsibilities you have. But if you do these things, we're going to have no problems and we're going to breeze right through this most likely. First thing is you need to get the documents we request in a timely fashion. If we don't get them timely, that just delays the filing of your case, which can delay the collections from stopping and delay the garnishment from stopping if there's a garnishment. So we want to get the documents right away. If there's any updates, if something changes, if you move, if your phone number changes, if your job changes, you need to let us know right away. So we always have up-to-date information. This is real sensitive, and the timeline's real sensitive too. Occasionally we'll have to file amended documents if your circumstances change. And we want to do that right away so that it doesn't delay the court or delay the bankruptcy process. And then regarding the payments, if you're on a payment plan with us, it is absolutely imperative that you stay current with those payments. If they're weekly payments, make sure they're made every week. If they're bi-weekly, make sure they're made every 2 weeks. If they're semi-monthly, twice a month. If they're monthly, once a month. Doesn't matter. Make sure that they are made on time, because if they're not, then we have to stop working on your case. And sometimes there's money owed to the court. That money that you're paying us, some of that goes to the bankruptcy court. And if it doesn't get paid timely, your case can be dismissed. And we don't want that to happen, because that's just going to put you right back where you were. If you're in the habit of locking your debit card, which can be a good idea, but if you're in that habit, okay, you have to make sure your debit card is not locked on the days that your payment is scheduled to run. Otherwise, again, it causes delays in your case. We don't want that. All right. Okay, we will schedule, or probably already have scheduled, a Zoom meeting with me. The Zoom meeting is typically 15 minutes where we talk, kind of reiterate those points I just mentioned, and gives you a chance to ask me questions directly if there's anything that you need to talk about. I'll go into more detail about the process and the timelines and things like that when we do our Zoom meeting, or when I see you in the future. All right, listen, this is going to be great. We're going to get this done for you. It's going to make life a lot simpler, really quick. But we just have to pay attention, keep our eye on the ball, and do what we're told to do in terms of these responsibilities. We don't want to delay this, because if we delay this, that's when cases get really crazy and go sideways. I don't want to see that happen to you. I really, really do want to do the best job possible for you. I want to get this done. I want to get rid of these debts. I want to help you get your credit score back in line. So please communicate at all costs. Call me if you have any questions. Call the case manager if you have any questions. Let's get this done, okay? Look forward to working with you.